Hello and welcome to the United States of America. This is the penultimate race of Season 3 of F1 2013 Career Mode. As it stands at the moment, we're 24 points behind Lewis Hamilton in the Drivers' Championship. This is qualifying, and we have intermediate conditions served up as the forecast for this qualifying session. I have no idea how we're going to go in terms of pace, so we're going to have to pretty much wing it with a dry setup because the race is fully dry. So wet weather, qualifying, it could be a disaster. Wish me luck.
Report that suggests the rain will stop in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Good job, that's second place on the grid.
No! We lost pole position in the final sector of the lap, but taking nothing away from that qualifying session though. Second place is a good start when you consider we had the wet weather and I really wasn't that convincing in the wet. So, second place for the race. Here we go. Alright, so here we are on the grid of the US Grand Prix, starting in second place on option tyres. We've got Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton in front and behind us, but away we go here in the US, and looks like Lewis Hamilton has jumped us off the start. So too is Fernando Alonso, Mark Webber and Nico Rosberg. They're all just flying up my inside. I may as well just give up. That was a terrible start. I really apologise for that. But coming up off the exit of turn 1, we got past Lewis Hamilton, and we're back up into 5th place now with Felipe Massa. The race winner from the last race is right behind us as we go around the outside of Sebastian Vettel into the podium positions now. And nice little recovery there after we were down to about 6th, I think, after the exit of turn 1. So that's not too bad. But now we've got to focus on catching Rosberg. He's about 3/10 in front of us as we exit the first sector now. Fernando Alonso has a fairly convincing lead. Seems like it's about the same gap to me and Rosberg. But coming through this almost hairpin here, we lock up the inside front, and that's Sebastian Vettel who's charged into the side of us, just like in India, except we didn't go spinning off that time. Geez, I don't know what Vettel has against me in this championship, but he is clearly not happy with me. But we cut to lap 2 now, and look at the temperature on my tyres. They're almost a faded green, almost yellow. I think the tyre temperature for my tyres is a little bit weird here. It's making me go really slow. Look at my lap times. 1:47 and 1:48. We saw just before that Fernando Alonso was in the 43s, and Rosberg is 16 seconds up the road. There is definitely something going on with my tyres. It's preventing me from having any grip or any turn-in traction, and it's making me lock up everywhere as well. This is just an absolute nightmare to drive with in the opening couple of laps. I have no idea what's going on or how it was caused, but just looking at the track or in the sky, it doesn't look like it's a hot day. It looks like it's actually fairly cool, and I can tell you from hindsight that the track temperature is actually fairly cool at the start. It actually got hotter as the race went on, but I still have no explanation as to why my tyres are this bad. I think I'm going to come in for a new set of tyres and see if that fixes the issue, because this is really weird and this is really starting to cost me a lot of time. On this lap I'm just trying to go as fast as I can, using faster I can, and then standard pretty much everywhere else. We've got Fernando Alonso doing a 143.3 on that last lap, and then we'll see as we cross the line here the comparison between myself and the leaders. It is 4 seconds. That is ridiculous. I'm not 4 seconds slower than Fernando Alonso. This is just ridiculous. And then there he goes again, another fastest lap. I'm going to come in at the end of this lap. I'm fed up with these tyres. I think I'm going to put on another set of option tyres just to see a direct comparison, to see if maybe it was a glitch. I have no idea. But now, this strategy means I'm going for 3 stops. The game wanted me to do 2 stops. 1 stint on primes and then 2 stints on options. But screw that. We're going to have to go primes to the end. Maybe on a 3 stop. Yeah, 3 stop. I did say that before. Pit stop was 3.1 seconds, but rejoining on the track, we're well down the field, in the midfield pretty much. But the benefit is we get to pass a lot of cars in the next couple of laps, hopefully, if we have the pace. As you can see there on the tyre temperature screen there, we've got stone cold tyres, so that's good. I like cold tyres for once. That's a nice little fact there. But anyway, cutting to lap 9, we've caught up to the back of Bottas, and we just fly up his inside as he has no high-speed grip or traction or whatever. And now cutting to 10, we pass John-Eric Verne with the DRS fairly easy. And look at that, the tyres are starting to overheat as well, but it's not quite as bad as what it was in the previous stint, so I'm counting my blessings there. But coming up the inside of Grosjean, he braked so early, and then I think we just clip him in the left rear. I'll need to see a replay of that just to see what happened there. Grosjean braked so early, and I pretty much had to take avoiding action, and there we go up the inside. It sent me sideways, and I was able to catch the slide, have a little bit of a drift as well, but that doesn't help the tyre wear that much either. But I'll take that. That's another position for the taking. But Grosjean actually got back in front after that, so that was a bit disappointing. But now we're passing him around the outside, coming into the reverse of what looks like turn 8 from Istanbul. But we'll try and get the move done, as Grosjean just has no grip on his tyres. He's been on his tyres for 11 laps. The AI is supposed to be coming in around lap 16 or 17. I don't know what the game is thinking in letting the AI run 17 laps on a set of option tyres. That is ridiculous. I don't know how the tyre wear can handle that. But here on lap 13, we have a retirement. We're going to have to see who that is as we pass them on this straight here. I'll update in a second. It's Lewis Hamilton! Hamilton is out of the Grand Prix, and that is championship deciding stuff here. We are into 11th place. Lewis Hamilton will not score any points in this Grand Prix as we go up the inside of Jenson Button. I don't even care about that, to be honest. Lewis Hamilton out of the Grand Prix. We need to score as many points as we can in this Grand Prix to claw back some of that advantage that Hamilton has over us in this championship. But meanwhile, we got past Button on the DRS straight. Now we're going to try and pass our teammate Paul di Resta for 9th. And I hope this strategy can work out so we can get as many points as we can to get back in the championship fight with Hamilton. Here on lap 15, we have a safety car. This race has just absolutely fallen into my hands in the last couple of laps. Wow, I would not have expected this after pitting after 5 laps. I was down and out in the midfield, 16th place, and now I'm coming in for a pit stop. Hamilton is out of the race, and we are looking at a big points haul in this Grand Prix if this strategy can work out. Looks like the majority of the field is not stopping. That's interesting. So I'm going to have fresh tyres, and the AI will be on dead tyres. How's the pit stop? Yep, another decent pit stop there from Force India, but the story of this race is Lewis Hamilton retiring from the Grand Prix. Now with him out of the way, we can just focus on getting the best result we can. It looks like no one else has stopped, so we have the freshest tyres in the field. We're at the back of the queue. Let's do this. Alright, so here we are on lap 31, and after going on the attack, it's now time to go on the defense because everyone else has much fresher tyres after stopping a couple laps after I did. So here we are, we've got Fernando Alonso and Nico Rosberg going 3 wide now into the third sector. We lock up the outside front as we got it on the ripple strip there, and that has completely sent us off wide. This car is like it's like a boat trying to get it back onto the track, and I'm weaving the wheel in frustration because we just threw away 6 positions from the lead of the Grand Prix. Now Raikkonen wants to pass us going around the outside through this third sector, and we just maintain our position there. So we're going to hold on for just a little bit longer, but it's only going to be a matter of time now before I come in for a new set of tyres. We've got Perez and Hülkenberg going side by side there, and Perez just got mugged for 6th place as he got hung out to dry by Hülkenberg. So that's another place for us, and now we'll be coming in for a new set of tyres on lap 32. Don't understeer wide into that wall there. Very easy to do. But at this phase of the race, I really wasn't sure on what tyres to go on. I was thinking about the options and the primes. I knew I definitely had to make another stop after this one. As you can see there, I was still deciding on the tyre, even as I was turning in for the pit box. So I was just really undecided as to what tyres to use. I decided to go for the options and hopefully be a little bit faster than the AI, knowing that the tyre wear for this tyre was pretty bad. But you know, that stint really didn't work out. I didn't pass anyone on track, and here we are on lap 42 coming in for our final stop, this time for the primes, and hopefully we should be able to attack a little bit better. It seems that the options are a little bit bad for this track, but either way, we're on the attack now on lap 42 on the back of Jenson Button and Sergio Perez. We get a nice run of the final corner. We'll use DRS and Kurz to get past him, and maybe even his teammate as well as we come up to the first corner now. Perez goes defensive, but we're going to go up the inside anyway. We don't care what he's doing, and we make ever so slight contact there, but Perez holds around the outside as we get 7th place there. Now catching up to the back of Nico Hülkenberg now on the DRS, and we just flick to the right, get his position, and that's a fairly easy overtake there. And now we're pretty much going to do the same to Kimi Raikkonen, this time flicking to the right as well, and there we go, P5. But that was pretty much the race for me. Mark Webber was a long way up the road. It seems that the leaders were very good at managing their tyres, and I made an extra pit stop to them in terms of green flag racing, so I really wasn't able to catch them. So 5th place, that's a fairly good result. That's going to be 10 points to add to the championship tally, and now with Lewis Hamilton not scoring any points, we reduce the margin down to 14 points.
Congratulations, 5th place.
Thank you, engineer. 5th place and 10 points to add to the championship tally. That was a fairly good race in the end. Very action-packed, lots of strategy involved, and one of those races is very much welcome for the next one as well. We're going to need more of the same in the next race. Paul di Resta DNFs again. It's a bit unfortunate. But in the championship standings,
Still second in the Drivers' Championship.
we are down to 14 points. Can we do it, lads? Let me know in the comments if you think we can win the championship by winning the final race. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've seen stranger things happen in Formula 1, but I'm going to keep on trying as hard as I can to get that championship win. In the Constructors, Force India is still 4th, and I'm pretty sure we've got that locked away for this season. So leave a like if you enjoyed that race. I certainly did, and I'll try and do more of the same for the next race in Brazil. Hopefully we've got some wet weather to spice things up and maybe tarnish Lewis Hamilton's race. I'm not going to lie, we need a little bit of luck to take this championship title. But that's been this video for today. Until the next race, the season finale in Brazil. I'll see you guys next time.
Pull my heart out of my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart, and watch it burn. Tear me apart, and watch it burn. All that's left is a window to my soul. Come and get it.